Hey everyone, Zephyr here with another Greenlight game for Steam or Vapor. Today we've got a game amusingly called The Effing Dead. And it's very much inspired by third-person shooters and something like, well, like Dead Space in particular. Mostly just because of the environment, the feel of the game. It's got kind of that creepy space vibe going on. Oh, enemies incoming. Now the mechanics are pretty basic, pretty decent. And while I think they could use a little bit of fine-tuning, they work really well for a starting game. This is still definitely a beta demo. It's their first beta demo. So it's at least out of alpha, presumably. But it is definitely very much a work in development. And there is no way for me to invert the mouse controls, which is going to bother the hell out of me. First thing you need to do in every game. I know, it's a beta. They may just not, be worried about that yet. Now this alert system, as you might imagine, keeps me from actually going anywhere. Boy, I can't see anything in here. You can change the gamma mid-game. I turned it down because, well, I mean, that's the kind of game this is. Oh, wow, perfect headshot. You can't use that blade attack until after you've shot them. They have to be staggered in order for you to use it. However, it's definitely a very good idea to make use of it. Oh, no, damn. I ran out of bullets. It's a very good idea to make use of it because otherwise you run out of ammo. You also cannot move while reloading. No! I didn't stun him. Oh, we got both of them. Nice. That V-blade, as they call it, your melee, is very handy. They don't tell you about it for a little bit, but you can use all of the controls right off the bat. It's just, in standard style, they introduce them to you as you need them. Like so. There's also a lot of this. You can press space to examine areas. And that's ammo. Pretty basic collectible. You have a lot of life to start with. Up there at the top, I still have 98%, and he bit on me a little bit. The bar is just crazy long. I don't know if that's a beta thing, or if that's just kind of how it's going to work. You aren't necessarily starting off as a, helpless peon to work your way up to the ranks. Maybe you start off as a full-fledged soldier. In the beginning intro, you come out of some sort of pod, so I'm not even sure if you're human, honestly. Did I just get turned around? That's one of the other problems here. There's totally a map up there in the corner, but it spins and you can't see beyond it. The inventory system is simple. Like you hold down the middle mouse and you can use the items. So there's no actual inventory or item screen to pull up. Now I'd like to change it from middle mouse because that's not necessarily the most, well, it's not anti-intuitive or anything, counterintuitive rather. It's just difficult sometimes to hold down the middle mouse and do anything else. See, they've got the freaky sounds down. Some of them aren't necessarily, like, realistic. They don't sound like enemies or anything, but they disturb you a little bit. More enemies in here, I think. Yeah, look, the door is red. Oh, hello. So much easier with the blade. You just can't use it on them immediately. Ah, get off. I didn't think he was that close yet. I wonder how I, one-shot killed that other zombie. I just blew his head clean off. That was just awesome. You have to hope that you get more guns throughout this game. You kind of have to expect you would too, though. I mean, that's kind of the game type of game it is. However, they do say that there is also a focus on, investigation and, well, stuff beyond action. Beyond just being a shooter. So that could prove interesting. The graphics are nice, especially for an indie game. Everything moves pretty smoothly. Oh, hello. Whoa! Okay, for one, that thing on the ground is not dead. But also, it's not a normal zombie. And they just kind of drop in on you. No, again, the reason I turned the gamma down is, again, because I feel like it should be a darker game. Though I'd like a flashlight, I can make do for now. Maybe I'll turn it back up, though, just so you can see what it looks like. This is basic gamma. This is what it starts at, the flat level. Thought I heard a growl. So yeah, the controls themselves work pretty well. I really, really, really want a mouse invert. I'd never play this game, actually, without it. But for now, I can deal. They do say that there's a way to customize your controls. I couldn't find anything, so I'm guessing it's a later development type of thing. Movement is a little slow. If you're not running, well, you just never almost don't run. But while running's faster... Oh! Oop. Oop. Man, he never staggered. He never got stunned to the point where it looked like I could use the blade on him. Oh, and yes, you can see the enemies on the map up there. Come here, you little bastards. There we go. But again, since your map isn't very big, you don't see them very far ahead of time. There we go. That was a lucky shot. Spun him all sorts of around. Trying to conserve ammo here. Area disinfected. That's nice to know that they tell you. Probably not all the time, but sometimes. I also found out that your left mouse button, your normal attack button, opens things. So when you're not using it to kill stuff, you can use it to explore stuff. I have not found any like boxes or anything like that you can break. I was curious. But I don't know if they'll actually be there later on or not. As you can see, there is a kill count and there's credits. There's no actual store in the beta to use them for. What is this? Oh, it's a grenade. See, I'd have to switch between it though. I really want the mouse wheel to be able to scroll between those things on the right. Hopefully they add that as another option. Heck, I'd like it if they added it as a default. It seems pretty intuitive to me. But, you know, again. More ammo. Alright, a couple different directions I can go. I suppose we'll go over here. You can... This beta is absolutely, you know, free and open for you to download. Go ahead and check it out. They've got a Kickstarter running. If you find out you enjoy it, that door is locked. Lower level compromised. Not compromised, compromised. So I believe this game has a lot of potential. It plays really well. It's a little rough, but nothing they can't smooth out. You can also play it with a gamepad, but I don't like playing games like this with a gamepad. I mean, it's a shooter. I play all shooters with mouse and keyboard. It's just more accurate. But one thing about it, though, is that the end of the demo, I wonder? One thing about it, though, is there's no reticle. I mean, you've got the laser pointer, but I'd really like a reticle. Maybe the laser pointer is just the way they wanted it to work. I mean, that might be a different mechanic style that they wanted to use. Okay, now see, it gets dark as hell in here. That's why I'd like a flashlight, so you can lower the gamma for regular areas, and whenever there's just flat out no lights, well, that's where the flashlight comes into play. Must manually start purifiers in the area. spacebar in front of the terminal. Spacebar and the left mouse click are kind of alternating uses. Spacebar seems to be used for all of the informative stuff, or apparently in this case, like story-based story-based activated stuff, whereas the mouse button just actually like opens special areas or things that you can get into. Use the combination to open the door. Shooting it is useless. Oh, I see. Okay, turn it back. Interesting. Well, that's another reason if they're using the laser pointer, I'm guessing. Well, that's a weird little mechanic. I'm sure I'd like it more when, you know, I could invert the mouse. But, you know, anything to try is good. And while it's a very simple puzzle, God, it's dark. It's still something. Suspect contamination. There's ammo over there. I can't see squat. Hopefully you can gain access to a flashlight later, you know. There's a wall here. There's something's gonna ambush me, I just know it. And he breathes very heavy, especially for not running very quickly. The sprint is kind of just a little bit more than what I would consider normal movement, which is why the walk is just not anything I'd ever use. But if it's meant to be more of a like suspenseful or, you know, creepy game, well, they use slow movements more often in those. It's not an action game all the time. Oh, this sounds promising. Oh, get off. Stand still. Get off. Little bastard's got the jump on me. I was gonna say, he's not dead yet. There we go. Now he is. So they like to play dead, which is disturbing. Was there something over here? Ah, there it is. A key card? A pass. What the hell is it? It's a pass and it has an integrity. I don't know why it has an integrity if it's door pass, but who knows. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for now. This has been the Effing Dead. By all means, try it out for yourself and support them on Greenlight or Kickstarter if you find out you like it. It's a game that I think has a lot of potential. It's just in the rough early beta stages. Hopefully. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I will catch you all next time. See you later.